Shana Tova. Welcome to our Yom Kippur family service. We're going to begin with Hine Matov on page 6 of your High Holiday Youth Prayer Book. We continue at the bottom of page 63. Yom Kippur is a day of thinking and remembering. Yom Kippur is a day to remember how we acted this past year. Yom Kippur gives us an opportunity to think about how we could have done a little better. Yom Kippur is a day to think about who we want to be in this new year. Yom Kippur gives us an opportunity to say, I am sorry, and start over again. As we begin our service today, we ask God to listen carefully to our apologies, our prayers, and our promises for the new year. We continue on page 76 as we rise in body or spirit for Baruch Hu. Page 78.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Baruch atah
Baruch atah Adonai yotzer hameorot. Blessed are you, Adonai, who creates lights. Page 81. God's love stretches. From top to bottom, it stretches and grows and melds the beginning and end.
God's love reaches. From start to finish, it reaches and spreads, forgetting just where it began.
God's love teaches. With stories and laws and rules and prayers, it teaches us best how to live.
In love, we listen. We too can stretch. We too can reach. And we too can teach as we seek the new year ahead.
Wrap us up in your peace like a great big talit. Hold us close with this prayer in your love.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated.
Let's join together in the Ve'ahavta on page 84. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha vishinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'shochbecha u'v'kumecha Ukshartam lehot al yadecha vehayu letotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai V'tem kedoshim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Page 87. During the holiest days of our year, we renew our promise to stand up for what is right. We will not stand with our feet frozen to the ground and our arms limp by our sides. We will not stay silent when our voice is needed. We will not hide. We will not walk away. When people are sad, we will comfort them. When people are mean, we will stop them. When someone is hungry, we will feed them. When someone is cold, we will find them shelter. When there are tears, we will dry them. When there are hopes, we will support them. We know how slavery and sadness feel. We renew our promise this day to not stand idly by when others are suffering. We renew our promise this day to bring all people into our song of freedom, which is Micha Mocha on page 86.
Micha mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha mocha nedar ba'kodesh, norati ilot or sefer.
We rise again in body or spirit for our Amidah on page 90.
Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu. Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakom, Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, U'mevi Geula livnei v'neihem, Le'ma'an Shemo be'ahava. On page 94, we have our special Zochreinu prayer, where we ask God to remember us at this very special time of year. Zochreinu, Zochreinu, Zochreinu lechayim, Melech, Melech, Chafetz b'chayim, Bechotveinu b'sefer chayim, lemancha, lemancha, Elohim chayim. Melech ozer u'moshia u'magen, Baruch Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah.
Please be seated, and we continue on page 97. O God, as we remember all you do, we make this promise to try to be like you. We will work to rise up those who fall, heal those who are sick, free those who are in need. As your partners, we will support the poor, feed the hungry, house the homeless, befriend the lonely, and give hope to all people. We will be caring Jews. As you have helped us live better lives, we shall help others. We praise you, O God, who gives meaning to our lives. Page 103. We're at the bottom of the page. There is holiness when we strive to be true to the best we know.
There is holiness when we are kind to someone who cannot be of service to us.
There is holiness when we promote family harmony.
There is holiness when we love truly and honestly and unselfishly.
There is holiness when we are willing to be laughed at for what we believe in.
There is holiness when we forget what divides us and remember what unites us.
There is holiness when we remember the lonely and bring cheer into a dark corner.
There is holiness when we share our bread, our ideas, our enthusiasm.
we now take a moment of our own personal prayers. What are you thinking about this year? What are some things you'd like to do next year? Who might you want to say sorry for something you did wrong? After our silent personal prayer, we'll continue on page 113. Our next prayer is Avinu Malkeinu, which is another very special and important prayer that we only say at this time of the year during our high holy days. So we invite you to rise in body or spirit as Cantor and I open the ark for this very important prayer. We're on page 115. We call you parent, ruler, protector, source of life, and more. We search our minds and our hearts for metaphors that can describe your power, your love, your nearness, and your distance. We look around our synagogues and see the beauty that comes from embracing our own diversity. We celebrate the fact that no one is only one thing. Each of us can be loving, strong, scared, creative, unsure, silly, and more. Please bring healing to those who are sick around us. Be good to us and help us become better people. Understand that we make mistakes and are not perfect. Bring us a good year. Who are you? You are the one we love. Who are we? We are the ones you love. Words limit us and you. Love makes us infinite. What more could we need to know? We'll sing together on page 114. Please be seated. Page 123. Dear God, we are thinking about our loved ones, our friends, and those who we don't even know who are in need of healing. Just as you helped our ancestors, Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rebekah, and Jacob, Rachel and Leah, please help all of them. Surround our loved ones with care like a warm blanket, and be like a soft pillow under their head. Share your strength and love with them so they do not feel alone and scared. Our next prayer is another very special and important prayer that we only say on Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah. It is called the Ashamnu. And on Yom Kippur, we think about some of the things that we might have done wrong in the past year. Maybe we hurt someone. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe it was on purpose. Maybe we said something that wasn't nice to someone we love. Everyone makes mistakes. And today is a day that we get to gather as a community, that Jewish people think about what they want to say sorry for and how they can be better in the next year. And that's what our Shamnu prayer helps us with. It's on page 136. Ashamnu, we have acted without thinking.
Bagadnu, we have been bystanders to bullying.
Gazalnu, we have been careless with other people's things.
Dibarnu dofi, we have done harm with our words.
Hevinu, we have erred by not acting ethically.
Hirsha'anu, we have forgotten who we are.
Zadnu, we have grossly misjudged others.
Chamasnu, we have acted out of hatred.
Tafalnu shaker, we have ignored the truth.
Ya'atznu ra, we have used poor judgment.
Kizavnu, we have said things we know to be untrue.
Latznu, we have laughed at people, not with them.
Maradnu, we have made enemies instead of friends.
Niatznu, we have taken the name of God in vain.
Sarardnu, we have overwhelmed our parents and teachers.
Avinu, we have put down other people's accomplishments.
Pashanu, we have quit too soon.
Sararnu, we have disrespected the rights of others.
Kishinu oref, we have been stubborn and stiff-necked.
Rashanu, we have tolerated cruelty.
Shichatnu, we have not stood up for what we believe in.
Tiavnu, we have violated our values.
Ta'inu, we have gone the wrong way.
Titanu, we have extinguished other people's joy and hope.
We have yelled when we could have spoken with clarity and kindness.
We have been lazy about doing the right thing. Now, I'm going to ask that everyone at home make a little fist with your hand, and we're going to tap our heart. Just a light tap, though. We don't want to hurt ourselves. We want to help our heart open up. So you're going to give your heart a little tap, like a knock on the door. Little tap, tap, say, open up, heart. We want to remind our heart to help us be better people and better friends this year. And we're going to sing together on page 137. And when it says tap, tap, tap your heart, that's when you'll give the little taps. Tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. On Yom Kippur, it's time to restart. Now repeat after me. We've made mistakes.
We've made mistakes.
We've done bad things.
We've done bad things.
But this is what
the
new year brings.
The new year brings
A chance to change.
a chance to change,
A chance to grow.
a chance to grow.
With one first step.
With one first step,
Nice and slow.
nice and slow.
Tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. On Yom Kippur, it's time to restart. We've used bad words
We've used bad words
and hurt our friends.
and hurt our friends.
These mistakes
But these mistakes
are not the end.
are not the end.
We do teshuvah
We do teshuvah
and learn to do good.
and learn to do good.
So we tap our hearts
So we tap our hearts
to remind us we should.
to remind us we should.
Tap, tap, tap your heart.
Tap, tap, tap your heart.
Tap, tap, tap your heart. On Yom Kippur, it's time to restart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. On Yom Kippur, it's time to restart.
Page 139. Sometimes we miss the mark or we don't try our best. Sometimes we miss the mark on purpose and sometimes by accident. Sometimes we miss the mark by not caring, sometimes by being mean. Sometimes we miss the mark by acting like we are better than others, and sometimes by not listening. Sometimes we miss the mark by telling lies, and sometimes by hurting people's feelings. Sometimes we miss the mark by being selfish, and sometimes by losing our temper. God, none of us is perfect. We remember the times we have missed the mark so that next time we can do better. Forgive us and help us to try harder. Help us to learn from our mistakes. Help us to be the best people we can be. We continue on page 142 with Aleinu as we again rise in body or spirit.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol.
Lateit gedula leotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor alinu kechol hamonam. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים
Kadosh Baruch Hu. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. Page 145. I miss you today. Today, families come together to celebrate, and so today, I miss you more than I normally do. I thought about you when we sang the prayer you loved, and I remembered how you used to share your tallis with me when I got cold. I thought about the way you always whispered something funny and made me laugh when I was supposed to be quiet. I felt nervous as the service ended because I knew that I would need to stand up for this prayer, and I didn't know if I could do it without crying. I hope you know that even as I try to say the words of the Kaddish, what I'm really saying is that I miss you today, and I love you always. We continue with the Kaddish, our prayer of memory and gratitude. We thank God for giving us our loved ones, even though they're no longer with us. We continue on page 146. Yitgadal ve'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayeh dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yit hadar, v'yit halev, v'yit halal, shemed kudasha barichu. Le'ela u'le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yaheh shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. As we move towards the end of our service, now that we've thought about some things we might have done wrong and need to apologize for, we can also think about all of the good things that we do and all of the great things in our world that we love, everything wonderful that we want to take with us into the new year. So please join us on page 154 as we read about Hakarat HaTov, recognizing the good. Our lives are an alphabet, not only of the wrongs we do, but also of what we do right. From A to Z, we carry our goodness into the year ahead.
A, we have achieved our goals.
B, we have befriended others.
C, we have cared for animals.
D, we are delightful.
E, we have embraced those who love us.
F, we have faced forward in difficult times.
G, we have given generously to those in need.
H, we are helpers.
I, we have invited others to play.
J, we have joked with friends and family.
K, we have kept keepsakes that make us laugh and smile.
L, we are loving.
M, we have made special memories.
N, we have never given up.
O, we have opened our hearts to others.
P, we have protected the environment.
Q, we have been quiet when it was time for quiet.
R, we have also been really, really loud.
S, we have shared our ideas.
T, we have tried our best.
U, we have looked under rocks to see what's hiding there.
V, we have created vibrant artwork.
W, we have worked hard in school.
X, we have grown exponentially.
Y, we have surprised you. We have comforted you. We have loved you.
And Z, we have lived a full year with wholehearted zest, as only children do. The blue square on the next page. As we leave this holy space, we remember the work that we have done over the past 10 days.
We remember all the reasons why we said, I am sorry to our parents, our children, our families, and our friends.
We also remember that you, God, are with us always and protect us and forgive us.
We thank you, God, for also giving us these days to celebrate with family and friends and remember that we are part of a larger Jewish community.
We look forward to joining together again next year and once again hearing the sound of the shofar. Now, before we conclude our service, I want to let you all know about something very fun that our temple is going to be doing later today. At 4 o'clock, we'll be meeting at the Margaritaville Hotel at the beach on the 4th floor on an open area balcony, and we'll be finishing Yom Kippur together with some prayers and songs and Havdalah and maybe even a little more shofar. So we would love for all of you and your families to join us at 4 o'clock. And if they need more information, you can look at your temple emails and find all the details.
Lishana tova tikateivu, Lishana